Welcome back to the Ivy League on ESPN, and our round robin matchup set to begin as the Northeastern Huskies get set for action, and they will take on the Dartmouth Big Green, and this is their round robin team. I'm Elijah Gonzalez, and I'm joined now by Claire Collins as I have the first scrum here for this contest. I have the round robins here in the middle. It'll be Dartmouth against Northeastern, and then Harvard will take on Army. And Claire, we've seen some impressive rugby early in this one, just kind of dissecting the round robin play here in this contest for you. I mean, this has been a very talented few games for especially Dartmouth, Harvard, and Quinnipiac.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they have some really strong players and some really good games. But this round robin is really exciting because it's a time that the players really start to develop, and they are getting that live game time and really improving their skills. And so this is the future that we're looking at right now, and that makes it exciting to watch.
Again, these players are just trying to continue their impressive display to this point.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's important to remember a lot of these players have not played rugby before college. So this is all really new to a lot of them. And just to see them pick up the game and do the things they know how to do well is great to watch.
So Northeastern starting with some possession here as they continue to work forward. And a stoppage here. Reset for Dartmouth to take it here. And now it's the Big Green moving quickly upfield. Pass a little bit offline, and it on the ground for Dartmouth. Tackle made there. Battle for it, won by Dartmouth as they flip it, and a couple of miscues here by the Big Green.
Yeah, there are definitely some little mistakes, but you can see their support is still there, so they're able to recover really well, even though there have been a couple times on the ground. They're still striding away into space.
And here comes Dartmouth down the near side. Quick pass off, and a nice tackle made by the Huskies. We'll have a stoppage here, though, and a restart coming.
Yeah, forward pass just on that last play, and so the scrum to Northeastern, but really, really good support, again, from the Big Green.
Haven't seen that a ton here today. Has been those forward passes. We saw a couple early, but again, it's been some quality games to this point. You talked about the round robin that's coming up here. We'll have Dartmouth, Northeastern, of course, Army and Harvard, but for Harvard, this is, and looking at that pool play, it's going to be a tough test after a very impressive performance by Quinnipiac.
Yeah, Quinnipiac looked really, really disciplined. They looked really strong. They looked really fit. And I think their discipline is really going to test Harvard's ability to move the ball and create space when the defense isn't just opening up in front of them.
Moved quickly up the field, and this, for Northeastern, a great opportunity. Maya Raghaven heading towards the try line. And she's going to get one. Northeastern with a try, and they lead it 5-0. An impressive individual effort there for Maya Raghaven. So that will include a try, and we'll have a conversion opportunity coming. And that one up and good from Jamie Kocher. So now it'll be Northeastern to kick off here. As they quickly try to catch Dartmouth off guard. And now working it forward are the Big Green.
Again, the loose ball by the Big Green, really their handling's letting them down here, but Northeastern's able to capitalize with some quick speed.
Tackle made once again. Northeastern taking back possession. They work quickly. Looking for the try here. Inside that 22-meter mark. Seen them play a lot inside that area today. Here in this first matchup, the conversion was good, so it's 7-0. And now, quick flip. How about the play by Dartmouth there? Great job. That time to try and force that turnover, but instead, Northeastern committing the violation here.
Yeah, the defensive pressure by Dartmouth was really, really good in that last section. They were in their 22, they were under the pump, but they really stood firm.
Flipped off, and the passing for Northeastern has given them a lot of possession time. Not a ton of miscues for them. For Dartmouth, on the flip side, they've had a couple of miscues in the passing department.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that they're going to talk about and work on at halftime. But right now, they just got to focus up, try to reset during the game because they got a minute left now, and that's going to be a long time in sevens.
And that is a try for Northeastern, so they'll take the conversion opportunity here. And like you said, these players having to go through some what they think could be a long minute.
Yeah.
And again, this has been a very competitive day thus far for both these teams. And Claire, for you, you look at the conditioning of this sport, and Mike was on earlier. He talked about the 15s and the 7s, essentially two different seasons. Is that how you view it as well?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think 15s is very intense, but the conditioning that you need for 7s is just a completely different thing. It's not only the 14 minutes of sprinting up and down the field, but you have to sustain it all day. You have to be able to repeat it again and again and again. So it's really going to be a good test for these players today.
Thank you for tuning in to the Crimson Sevens. It's the Ivy League on ESPN. Elijah Gonzalez here with you. Be here all day and have the final matchup coming up in the Cup Final at 5:20. So that will be the conclusion of today's action. And again, I know we'll all have our eye on that 1 o'clock and 1:20 slate. So we'll have Dartmouth and Army. And then that will be quickly followed by Harvard and Quinnipiac. Those are really the four teams that we see as the two in the pool that could come out and make that semifinal. But quickly, once again, it is going to be Northeastern coming in for another try. Maya Raghaven will have her second one of the afternoon, and it's 17-0 Northeastern.
Yeah, she's had a great first half. She's been a real threat on the outside, making quick decisions and finding the gaps and sprinting through them. Her pace has been really set Northeastern apart.
So, Claire, you look at 15s and 7s, and everybody talks about the difference. What do you think the key is to have a successful 7s player as opposed to a successful 15s player?
I think you need a couple of things. You need to be fit. You need to be able to read the space and anticipate where the play is going to go, because if you're trying to follow the ball, you're going to get tired and you're not going to be able to make it for the 14 minutes. And I think to be really successful in 7s, you need to have the core skills. You need to be able to catch well, you need to be able to pass well, and you need to be able to beat a defender one-on-one.
And again, we look at this matchup here that we have in front of us. Northeastern in front, 17-0. What have you seen out of the Huskies that has been really getting them to this point?
Yeah, we talked about kind of mistake-free rugby. They haven't had too many mistakes. The passing has been fairly clean. They haven't had drop balls. They haven't turned over possession. And then by maintaining possession, they're able to get it to their strike threats on the outside. So by doing that, they've really put some pressure on the big green.
1:10 to go here in the halftime break. If you're Dartmouth, you look at this matchup, and of course the 17-0 deficit, tough to pull yourself out of, especially with these 7-minute halves. But for Dartmouth, what do they want to do, especially not only to maybe come back in this game, but build some momentum moving to game 2?
Yeah, Dartmouth just needs possession. If they can possess the ball for a lot of this half, they're going to be putting pressure on Northeastern, and that defense is going to crack. They're going to score some tries. But in order to do that, they need to have possession of the ball. They need to make sure their passing is clean. Maybe come in a little bit, tighten up those lines so that you know you're getting that pass to hand.
So we will get set and get ready for the second half kickoff here. And once again, we'll have the round robin games coming up here back to back, and then we'll get right back into pool play with a couple of high caliber matchups coming your way. Right here on Ivy League on ESPN. And again, Dartmouth, this is obviously a team in the round robin that they're looking for to see the success that they have moving forward. But this is a program that just continues to build each and every year, and it just seems like they continue to build some very talented players, especially even on this second team here.
Absolutely. I think Dartmouth recruits really well, and that Katie Dowdy, their coach, is really excellent at developing the young players and giving them opportunities to grow so that they can eventually compete for that A side, if not in sevens, and definitely in 15s. I mean, both these teams compete in 15s and sevens, and you need twice as many people on the field in the fall.
And now, ball loose here. And Dartmouth will work it upfield here. Taken away, and now we'll have a reset here for Northeastern.
Another miscue by Dartmouth. I think that they can slow it down a little bit. They'll have more success. They're pushing the pace a little too much, and it's getting away from them.
And Northeastern's had a few clean scrums that have allowed them some chances here, and here they will get another one. Worked quickly to the outside. Raghaven trying to work her way upfield. Breaks a couple of tackles and taken down just inside that midway line. Loose ball, and now that one picked up by by Dartmouth. Big Green, again, they're passing. It's been a little bit slow early, but that time able to finally get that one to the outside, and it seems like we haven't seen them get it to the outside very much. And now an infraction on Dartmouth, as again, Northeastern has applied pressure at the point of attack.
Yeah, they've definitely been applying some pressure, making the defense work really hard and being able to spread it across the field.
And now they'll try to do the same here. Nice cutback move. And quickly worked upfield, and the Huskies will have another try. An impressive move that comes right there by Northeastern.
Absolutely, and it really came, the Dartmouth defense was really bunched, and Northeastern was so much more stretched out on attack that the defenders were caught in two minds. They didn't know where to go. And Northeastern was just able to slice right through.
It's the senior Hannah Bogic that will go in for the try, and now the conversion attempt is up and good. It's 24-0 in favor of this Northeastern group, and it's been a impressive display to this point by Northeastern. And again, you look at this round robin, and really Northeastern, one of the teams that we've seen a little bit of success from them last year, and now moving into this season, this is a team that is looking for really that round robin win here in this tournament.
Absolutely, I would say so. I mean, I think they're a competitive side. They have a lot of pride, and this is really good competition for them. They know that they're competing against teams with really strong coaching, but maybe less experienced players. So this is an opportunity for them.
Yeah, and you look at what their program has done, a program that's just continuing to grow. Claire, we've seen a lot of these programs, Dartmouth included in this, just grow to and continue to push talent out of this league. And really for you, what have you seen out of a lot of these teams here in the success that they've had?
I mean, I think that the success comes down to a couple of things. Coaching being a big one. The programs are really able to recruit high-level coaches who are giving really, really good coaching to players across the board. And there are more rugby coaches now. And, just the player work, really learning the game.
And for you, getting to see some of these coaches that have had the success, what has that been like for you to get to see some of these very talented coaches that were very talented players come to these programs and continue to grow?
It's really so exciting. I mean, I was very fortunate and had a great coach. I learned to play rugby in college, and it's great to see players coming back to the game and kind of growing it for the next generation of players. Rugby is a really fast-growing sport, and we need really strong coaches and players to commit to it to keep it growing here in the States.
Meanwhile, Northeastern picks up the try. They'll have a very tough conversion attempt coming. Where have you seen the biggest growth in the game in your mind, especially coming into the States and becoming more popular?
I think that the college scene has really been able to push the high-performance growth in America. The varsity support that Harvard receives, that Dartmouth receives, that all the teams in the year receive, have put us over the edge, I think, in terms of having the resources to recruit coaches and to recruit players to create a really deep talent pool.
And the kickoff here controlled by Dartmouth. Loose ball, and quickly Dartmouth will pick it up. Dartmouth knocked down, and that one flipped off. And right now, Northeastern, again, the point of attack, getting that ball right out. And here quickly come the Huskies, working up the field. Taken back down there. As that one flipped along. Just about a minute and 30 seconds to go. Here in our first round robin matchup. That one taken to the outside, and we'll have a try.
Yeah, and that try was really created by Northeastern's defensive pressure. Dartmouth had a couple of possessions, but they just kept on being pushed back. And then just simple hands to the outside to finish it off.
And it's the senior Isabel Haber that will take it in for the try. And now the conversion attempt coming. 34-0 now in favor of Northeastern. Again, we talk about coming back to this Crimson Sevens tournament in the round robin matchups here, and especially, taking on some of these powerhouse programs, including Dartmouth, and they'll see Army, they'll see Harvard in their team as well. This is big for Northeastern to try and see where their program's at compared to some of these other powerhouse programs.
Absolutely, and I think this has to give them a lot of confidence. They've come out here and really had a dominant performance against a team that, practices and is coached by some of the best every day.
So Dartmouth now looking to try and take that one back, but instead a good job by Northeastern to get the turnover. Loose ball though, and it'll be picked up by Dartmouth. Pass is knocked away there, and we'll have a stoppage here. And with about 15 seconds left, it will be a restart coming. We'll have a scrum, and Dartmouth will have possession. As the clock will tick down to double zeros. And a 34-0 lead for Northeastern. And how about that? Getting that ball off the scrum.
So on the scrum, that's really demoralizing. I mean, you think it's your ball, and then it just gets lost like that. We'll see if Dartmouth can make something of this last play.
Now picked up. Big Green moving forward. And taken down. Picked up by Northeastern. Quickly moved upfield by the Huskies. That one is going to go in for a try. The Huskies ending this the way it started with a big dominant win here over Dartmouth. It's now 39-0. They'll get one more conversion opportunity. And the conversion try set to come. That one is up, and it is good to make it 41-0, and that will end this one for the Northeastern Huskies. So a 41-0 win, Claire. Dominant performance by Northeastern.
Really dominant, great pressure on defense, really, really decisive running on attack, and just slicing through that Dartmouth defense. Dartmouth was completely dominated there.
And an impressive display for the Huskies. We'll step aside, we come back. We'll have some more round robin for you here on the Ivy League on ESPN.